of your mobile, then get the latest handsets and 1,000 free texts for a year on Orange at Phones For You now. We'll find the right phones for you.
We will get back to our discussion of what really is the biggest news story of the day, but I have promised Chaz Stevens for, like 3 weeks now that I would be talking with him. And since a lot has happened in Deerfield Beach, where the shenanigans are legendary, we're going to at least check in and find out. I was away, but I understand you were on the front page of the Miami Herald this week.
Welcome back, Joyce.
Thank you.
And thanks for the kind words. I made the Sunday Miami Herald, and my buddy Fane Lozman, your buddy Fane Lozman, made yesterday's front page of the Miami Herald, and on Monday he's going to be on Fox and Friends. So activism is alive and well in South Florida.
Well, that's good, because we feel so helpless on the national scene that perhaps if we just activate ourselves on these local scenes and get some results, we can sleep a little easier at night. Now, results have been a guilty, I guess, a decision that there were 2 felony charges against Gonat.
Mr. Gonat, a couple, 2-3 weeks ago, was found guilty of a felony charge of stealing $5,135 from his campaign, of official misconduct, and then a misdemeanor charge of falsifying records. My understanding, he's probably looking at 3 to 5 years behind bars. He's going to lose his pension plan, and he's going to be a convicted felon.
And, of course, he's doing similarly to the woman who tried to, disrupt my entire life, pretending that he's sick.
Oh, geez, that was the whole story. You just got to see through that. You just got to, as Dave Schultzen said in his closing arguments, the assistant state attorney, just got to keep your eyes on the ball. Right.
What he did. I mean, there's a guy who went to Las Vegas the day after he did these things.
Yeah, it was quite funny. Dave Schultzen, who's the assistant state attorney, is a really competent lawyer. So there's hope in Broward County that we got good guys battling for us. He closed his case on Wednesday. I flew out to California on Thursday, and I remembered that Gonat, the day after his stealing the money, he took a trip with his son out to Vegas to play in a poker tournament. I just, out of the blue, I remembered that. So I sent Schultzen an email. I'm on the plane. I'll get on the plane, send him an email. Said, by the way, Gonat went to Vegas. He reopened his case. The defense freaked out. And ultimately what happened was Gonat had to take the stand in his own defense. If you ever seen this guy, he is the biggest, baddest liar in the world. And I knew if I could get Gonat on the stand, he'd be toast.
Wow. So it happened. Now we'll wait and see, the results of what the sentence is. I'm always a little concerned that, America just has this underdogma disease, and we always feel so bad for everybody that we sometimes are remiss in punishing those who do wrong. But hopefully that won't happen. What about Commissioner Portier? I hear she's going to be tossing her ring in the special election now.
She is. Let me just one quick thing about Gonat. Mm-hmm. I'm led to believe the state attorney is going to drop the hammer on him. Okay. So the worry about Gonat skating, I don't think so. Commissioner Portier, or former Commissioner Sylvia Portier, in a moment of Groundhog Day, she's going to throw her name back into that hat. I'm led to believe she'll probably win, because all you have to do is get 400 idiots to vote for her, and then we're back to the special election. There's a whole gaggle of incompetent folks over there complaining about taxation without representation, yet these are the same people who have voted for and put Sylvia Portier back in office. So that's just sheer lunacy to me. What's her argument against the charges that have been levied against her? The way I understand it, if you look at the Form 8B, which is the state form, which says if you're an elected official, you have to vote on every matter before you. If you don't vote, you have to declare a conflict of interest orally, and then within 15 days file the 8B. On the 8B, it says if you falsify the 8B, there's only civil penalties. I think her lawyer is going to argue the fact that they've charged her with crimes when on the form, the only thing you see on the form is a civil penalty. So they're saying that, yeah, she didn't fill in the forms, but what the state did wasn't appropriate. Oh, so she's going to say that her constitutional rights were violated. It's a play right out of the the corrupt politics handbook. So he's just her lawyer, Johnny McCrae, is following the standard recipe to try to get rid of or try to get a politician, off the hook.
Oh, please, you don't want to get me started on that, attorney. And what about the Board of Commissioners of the Housing Authority? What's going on there?
I'm telling you this, Joyce, and let's see if this gets me a lawsuit. I believe, and you heard it here, that what's going to happen with the Deerfield Beach Housing Authority is bigger than Portier, Gonat, and Capellini put together. I think that the cover-up that will ultimately come out with Housing Authority you'll just sit there and you'll blink your eyes in amazement. The city of Deerfield Beach is going to remove, or is looking to remove, the entire board.
Wow.
This is the board that had me thrown off because I was looking in. They're going to put the whole board back on. I'm going to be put back on the board like the Punisher, the guy on the hockey team.
Oh, gosh.
And my game plan is just very simple. Go there and get rid of the executive director, fire the attorney, and put competent management in place, and then just review everything to see where they are, because I was told in my article that I was flat out wrong by the defense attorney representing Tam Davis. My allegations, 6 pages of data, just flat out wrong. Fonts, margins, colors, everything, flat out wrong.
Wow. Well, good. Revenge is winning, in my opinion.
You know what? This isn't about this is not about revenge. Of course, I'm gonna take Schadenfreude, glee at saying, "See, I told you so."
Right.
The Housing Authority is about helping those most in need. That's what this is about.
Yeah, but you also have suffered, as has my friend Fane Lozman, the arrows of people who diminish your sanity, diminish your competence, and it's going to be nice when you're in a position to say, not only was I right all along, now the people are going to be represented by me.
I have a new rule, and I think you can appreciate this. The closer you are to the truth, the more important you are, the more you're liable to get liable. People are just going to say the craziest stuff about you. I look forward to that now.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. As if they're not talking about me, I'm obviously not making enough noise.
That's exactly right, madam. That's the rule I follow. The only thing worse than talking about me is not talking about me.
Exactly, and letting these issues go. Well, I wish you continued success. Please keep us informed as to what's going on, and we'll all be watching Fox and Friends on Monday to see our buddy Fane stand up for South Florida yet again.
Fane's going to knock him dead in 4 minutes like he usually does.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Chaz.
See you later.
All right. Now,
Bye-bye.
Chaz Stevens, an activist who gets things done.